자, 오늘 저희 그 용기백배 쇼에서는 처음으로 한국분이 아닌 외국분이 오셨는데, 그것도 온 가족이 다 오셔서 우리 SOS 어린이 마을 캐나다 홍보 대사를 지내고 있고, 80개의 애국가를 부를 수 있는, 그것도 41개의 국가 그 언어를 사용할 수 있습니다. 이 친구 참 어린데 한번 우리가 얘기를 좀 들어보도록 하겠습니다. Capri, how old are you?
I am 11 years old.
11 years old, and you can basically speak 41 languages and sing 80 anthems.
I can sing in 41 different languages.
Right.
But there are multiple anthems, like there were 16 Spanish anthems.
Wow.
So there are still 80 anthems. Just
When
41
did you start
languages.
this?
We started this November 18th.
No, how old, like the whole project? When did you begin to
Start
sing?
preparing. Well, about 8 months before we left, and we left in November.
So you basically started last year to sing in different languages?
Yeah.
The whole?
Yes.
Okay. Wow, last year.
Yeah.
Oh. So I guess you like to sing.
I
Do
love
you have
to sing.
any other hobbies?
Well, I love to dance. I also play the piano too. I've been playing the piano for 6 years and singing since I
When
was
did you
5.
start singing?
For 6 years, since I was 5
Wow.
too. So taking singing lessons.
Was it from this lesson, or was it from your mom singing or father singing?
No, not really.
How did you start?
Well, I was 5, so I don't exactly remember every single detail.
We just like, I want to take a lesson and then I want to become a singer.
I don't know. I think it was my parents putting me into singing lessons.
I know you have a younger brother, right?
I do.
How does he like to sing too, or?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do you guys get along, or sometimes fight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bowen also plays the piano.
Oh.
He has a blog on our website, Bowen's blog, and he is 9 years old.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so he can play the piano, you can sing. How about your parents?
My mom
Does he play
basically
guitar,
plans
or?
the entire trip. Yeah.
So it's first time for you to travel in Asia, right?
Well, our first country in Asia was Japan.
When did you visit Japan?
Last week.
Last week, okay. My
We
point
left
is
on Sunday.
The whole trip, the first time to
Yes.
be in Asia this time.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So you have traveled 27 countries so far.
This is our 27th country.
Right.
Yes.
Among 27 countries, can you tell me several stories?
Well, I interview girls in each country, and I interviewed one in particular. I asked her what her one wish should be, and she said it was to know her family. And that really impacted me because it made me realize, well, not every kid has the same thing that I do, and it made me not take things for granted as much, like seeing the kids in the villages, in these SOS children's villages. It's really changed the way my perspective on things.
Right. Having that opportunity, to me, is a very it's something spectacular, because many people, they study hard, they want to go to good colleges, they want to make money, but you're 11 years old, you have realized what's more important in the world, basically, in life. And thanks to your parents, you are traveling all together, right?
Yes.
How do you find it?
It's been good. Good.
Do you guys fight? Or do you guys
No.
always get along?
We always get along.
Good. But I think a lot of Korean, not just Korean, a lot of families will envy you and your family, because for many people, traveling around the world.
Well, they should
Asia-
donate at 80anthems.com
That's
to
true.
help her cause.
Right.
The money goes straight to SOS Children's Villages, and they could also buy my new CD, which has 10 recorded anthems on it, and all the money goes to SOS Children's Villages.
Right.
Yes.
My point is, many people
Yes.
may find you, Wow. We envy you and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Out of 27 countries, did you find any like food difficult to eat, or was it all delicious?
Well,
How about the food?
I'm not so bad picky-wise. My brother is a different story. He will not eat most things with sauce on them.
Okay.
Anything spicy, and he doesn't really like a lot of food.
Okay.
He liked the food here though,
Oh, nice.
just not the
That's
spicy
good
food.
to. Oh, that's good to hear. What is your future dream?
I want to continue working with SOS Children's Villages, and my dream is to be on Broadway.
Oh,
I
in New York.
In New York, yes. Yes. Yes.
Wow.
I love musical theater.
Wow.
And I also want to be an inspiration to other kids.
You already are.
Thank you.
How do Canadian people or Canadian kids find you?
Nice.
Do they like ask for signature and things like that?
Some people did. Not specifically in Canada, since I haven't been there in quite a while. And when I was there, I hadn't started the trip yet, so I wasn't really known there that well. But I think now it's a little different. But
meeting kids in
Yes.
Canada, like SOS Children's Village,
Well-
might be different from meeting kids here in Korea.
Well, I didn't really get to visit the SOS Children's Village in Canada because, again, I hadn't started the trip yet. So there's only one village in Canada. It's actually right by where I live. It's in Surrey, which is really close to Vancouver. But the place I sung in Ottawa, there was no SOS Children's Village. It was the headquarters, it was the office where people worked for SOS Children's Villages, but there was no village there, so I didn't
Okay.
really get to meet the kids at the SOS Children's Village. But definitely the kids in the other countries they like the same things, they're the same, but they're born into very different situations. And especially in Central and South America, it's much poorer, everything's much harder to do, everything takes longer, and it's just so different.
So your next destination is China,
Yes.
and you mentioned that you cannot pronounce.
No.
It's not Beijing, it's not Shanghai.
Nope.
Okay. How many more countries do
It's-
you plan to visit?
Well, this is our 27th country, and we're going to 53 more.
Wow, visiting more.
But the place in China we're going to is close to Taiwan because we're doing so much traveling already. We try to minimize long flights.
To be efficient.
Well, to be efficient, money saving since we're paying for this entire trip ourselves. Well, we do have a sponsor, Flight Center,
Wow.
too. But yeah, just the expensive things and the fact that we are going on a lot of planes already, long plane rides. So we just,
How do you find that?
well,
Tiring?
I love going on planes, but I feel like by the end of this I'll be a little tired.
Right. When do you
But
plan
I
to?
love flying.
Good, good. When do you plan to go back to Canada then?
We, at the end of August. So this trip in total is taking 9 months.
Wow.
Yes.
How about school?
I am being homeschooled.
Oh.
I started school, we finished school in Canada in June, and I finished grade 5 in June. Then the next week I started homeschooling for grade 6.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Is that common in Canada or?
No, not very. I just did it in the summer because I wanted to get things done. I needed to get things done so that I could
Did you
focus on
decide
learning
or
anthems and
did
stuff.
your parents decide?
Well, I partially decided because I knew I needed time to learn these anthems, especially the more difficult ones
Right.
like China and Korea, because the languages are hard to learn for someone who speaks English.
So you proposed to your parents about this project?
Well, it was sort of a family effort. A
Okay.
family thought
Right,
of it.
right.
We were inspired by things. A book called "The World Needs Your Kid" by the Kielburger Brothers, and Shelley Page, and those are the people who started a charity called Free the Children. Free the Children. And the stories in there inspired us, but also other inspirations like singers like Katy Perry, Taylor Swift. I love singing, and I want my career to be about singing, about helping my voice, using my voice to help others.
I find your parents very courageous because for Korean parents it'd be
Insane?
It's right.
It's
because
insane in Canada too. Yeah.
So your parents are very courageous to decide to travel all together. But
Yeah.
I find it's amazing experience. This
Yes.
is the dream for many people. But you have decided and you are carrying out.
Yes. My grandma was like, well, why don't you just go to 20 countries? And I'm like, well, let's see, around the world in 20 anthems. We knew we had to do something more difficult that would get people's attention so that they would listen to my message about helping
Strategy.
SOS Children's Villages. Well, yeah. So it's not about us, it's about raising money and awareness for SOS Children's Villages. And we are giving up 9 months of our lives.
Right,
and we couldn't just go to 20 countries.
Right. So your
It's
father
not
isn't he
crazy
working? Did he stop the job and?
Well, they own a real estate company.
Great.
They're sort of their own
right.
people, so they just got other people to take over their business for the 9 months that we're gone, and
Great.
they'll just take it back over again when we're back.
Wow. This is a beautiful story about
Thank you.
Everett family to travel 9 months
Yes.
doing a great cause
Yes.
and spreading beautiful mind basically,
Thank you.
about helping others and this is a phenomenal experience.
Well, a lot of people said, well, you can't go to 80 countries, it's just not possible. And
Those are negative people.
yes, yeah.
Negative people
but
always
we-
think about what doesn't work and that's hard.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't listen to them.
Yeah, well, we did it anyway, so we didn't listen to them.
Wow.
So now we're going to 80 countries.
So your parents were like, yeah, let's do it. Would they like that or
Yes.
your father's like, it might be difficult. Any of your parents slightly, no? They're all supportive?
Yes, very supportive.
Great. So this is a clear example of how a family can support each other by being very positive and optimistic about life. And optimistic people can change the world.
Yes.
And you are.
Thank you.
Right now.
Thank you.
What are you collecting anything when you travel, or do you take photos, or
Mostly photos because my suitcase is very, very, very small. So just so that I can carry it on
You
my
have
own.
to carry your, right?
Yes, I have to carry my own. We all have to carry our own luggage.
right. Your father doesn't help you. Your brother doesn't help you.
Nope.
You're independent.
Yes. Yeah. And that's why I can't collect anything. So photos is everything.
When you go back to Canada, what do you want to do next after this project?
Well, I still want to keep working with SOS Children's Villages, as I said, and well, I haven't really thought about what I'm going to do after, like any big things I'm doing after, like big things like this, just because we want to get through what we're doing right now before we focus on the next thing. So we're just, and I still have a few more anthems to learn, not very many. I know most of them, and I just want to focus on what we're doing right now.
Good.
And raising $1 million for SOS.
Great. I'm sure this program will also help you to
Yeah.
achieve that.
Yeah.
Let's take this moment for you to say a message to your father, mother, and your brother. Start with your father.
Okay, well, thank you for always supporting me and in my singing, and my whole family, in fact, supporting me and giving up what we're doing because we all wanted to help SOS Children's Villages, and we all wanted to do this, but just supporting me and my singing too has been really amazing.
Your personal message to your mom. Don't be bashful.
The same thing, just supporting.
No, I'm trying to, separate them, for your mom, for your dad. If you have, anything, any message.
Thank you for planning this trip. Thank you for planning this trip, and thank you for giving up 9 months and doing a lot of work and working a lot for helping for me to achieve my goal of raising money for SOS Children's Villages.
How about for Bowen, for your brother?
And Bowen, your blog is amazing, and thank you for being there for me and always supporting, being very supportive as a little brother, and being nice to me in a bunch of ways.
네, 이렇게 항상 같은 자리에 모아서 가족들을 칭찬을 하라고 하면은 굉장히 이제 힘들어합니다. Okay, Capri. What is your among the 27 countries so far? What is your favorite dish?
I really like kimchi here.
Oh, really?
Yes.
But there are many kinds of kimchi. Which?
The
cabbage?
spicy one.
Oh, wow! You like spicy food?
Yes, the opposite of my brother.
와우. 매운 음식을 참 잘 먹는다고 하네요. 한국 김치도 좋아한다고 하고 좀 특이한 친구입니다. When you you're traveling, you sing, you meet a lot of people.
Yes.
Does it make you tired?
No, not really.
It's energizing.
No. It's energizing, yes. Yes, very energizing.
Which country are you most excited about this time?
Well, I really liked it here, but I'm also excited to go to India because they have such a great national anthem. And I just heard it's a nice country too. So yeah, I'm really excited to go there.
When I heard your Indian anthem, I felt like that's very, you had an Indianness in it.
Oh, thank you.
I was like, wow, somehow she captured that Indianness.
Yes.
Was it difficult to really practice on YouTube?
A little bit, because some of the recordings, I can't really hear the voices that well. So that's why I asked native people to the country to help me for some of them. With some of them. And I want to say another thing to my family. Thank you for all the work you're doing. Thank you for everything that you have given up, your jobs, your work, everything. And thank you so much for helping me achieve my goal and your goal too, making it your top priority. And Bowen, giving up school, leaving your friends behind for so long. Thank you.
Wow. 자기 가족과 동생에게 마음을 담아서 진심을 담아서 하는 이야기가 느껴진 것 같아요. I felt through my heart that how grateful you are. That was great. Tell me about Canada. Tell me about your city, your town. Tell me about it.
Well, I live in Vancouver, and it's right beside the ocean. I think it's a very beautiful city. My dream, though, is to live in New York.
I used to live in New York.
Yes.
It's very dirty and loud, but you still want to live in New York.
I really like New York.
Okay.
Especially Manhattan.
Okay.
My favorite place in the world is Times Square. The first time I sang in New York, I sang right in Times Square. And I also sang in Carnegie Hall in December.
That's the
from
best
winning
place
a contest.
in New York. Times Square and Carnegie Hall. That's the best place. Yeah.
Yes. And I really love it there.
What did you like about New York?
Well, I love Broadway. I want to be on Broadway. I love Times Square. I love how busy it is and loud. I just love it there. And because there's so many opportunities for singers.
Right. Yes. And I think you have started a great job in doing this whole project, because this way many people will see you, they'll find you, and your experiences this time for 9 months is priceless.
Yes.
Because for 11 years old girl, this is something it's unimaginable, right?
Yeah, it's really amazing, especially again the SOS Children's Villages.
Right.
It's really like nothing else in the world, visiting kids and hearing their stories and how there's so much the same as kids in Canada, but born into such difficult and different situations.
Which anthem was toughest to master?
China. Because first of all, it's quite a fast anthem and it's very hard. The pronunciation.
Right.
It's very hard to pronounce. The stuff, even the city I'm going to, I can't pronounce. But I have learned the entire anthem, but it took me a very long time to learn.
How long did it take?
I can't say exactly, but
Roughly.
roughly, I'd say a month of practicing.
Wow.
A lot. Like every time in the car, Chilai, da 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 da, like everywhere. Just ask Bowen and my family; they're so tired of hearing it.
No more Chinese anthem.
Yeah, and
I'm becoming Chinese.
well, like in every interview and everywhere, they always want me to sing the Chinese. So they're still very tired of it.
Right.
And especially next week when I'm in China. Actually, tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes.
It's the first time to visit China, right?
Yes.
You'll be impressed with the massive land and people and Chinese food.
Yes.
Wow. Tell me something about your grandparents, if you have. How they have influenced you and.
My grandma is very worried about us.
Oh, why? But grandma's job is to worry.
Both of my grandmas. They're one of them said, "Well, you should just go to 20 countries." So, but we went to 80.
Right.
And she was very worried about us.
Your parents didn't listen to her.
Well,
right?
she's a big traveler. She's a big traveler.
Oh, she is.
And my other grandma, my dad's mom, actually, my dad's entire side of the family is in England and Wales. So I'm excited to visit them when we go there.
England
And Wales.
Wow.
Yes.
So your father is alone in Canada.
Well,
he left England.
No. He was born in Toronto, but my grandma was born in England and lived there for a very long time. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
What country are you planning to visit next after China? Taiwan?
Taiwan.
And
yes.
then?
Philippines.
Philippines and then?
Other countries in Asia.
Right.
Vietnam,
wow.
Vietnam, then Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, India. Then we're going actually all the way down to South Africa. And that anthem was also very hard because it was in 5 different languages.
One anthem is comprised of 5 different languages?
Yes. Yeah. Hard. At least one of the languages is English. Yes, South Africa.
남아프리카의 이 애국가는 한 곡 안에 5개의 언어가 뭉쳐져 있다고 해요. 그래서 그게 참 배우기 어렵다고 하네요. Is it long?
Oh, yes, quite long. Yeah, not as long as this anthem though when you sing all of the different verses though.
To conclude this talk show,
Yes.
I want to end with the final question.
Okay.
What have you learned from this whole trip?
I have learned that not all kids have the same thing that I do. I've learned that they might wish for a bicycle. They might not even have such a simple thing as a bicycle, and it might be the thing they want most on earth is to have one simple thing that I take for granted, that I've taken for granted all these years, because I've just known, yes, every kid has a bike. I mean, it's just something that everybody has. But I realized, no, a lot of people don't have what I have, and I've learned to not to take things for granted, like even traffic, because in South America, traffic is really bad, and there's lots of pollution, and you sometimes feel like you're gonna die when you're in a taxi because the drivers are so crazy. When big trucks
Without
pull right
seatbelts.
in front of you. Yes, without seatbelts. So, like barely any
Broken
taxis have
seatbelts.
seatbelts. No seatbelts.
Right.
So yeah, it's just lots of experiences that I'll never ever forget.
Great. I wish you all the luck.
Thank you.
To you and your family, to have a
Thank
safe
you.
trip back to Canada and to see the world, to explore more, find your family, so precious, loving each other. I wish you luck.
Thank you.
오늘 우리가 만난 카프리 에버리트 가족은 9개월 동안 부모님께서 일을 그만두시고 온 가족과 함께 80개 애국가 41개의 국어를 통해서 배운 이 친구가 준비를 해서 지금 세계 여행을 하면서 우리 SOS 어린이 마을에 기금을 조성하고 있습니다. 총 한 10억, 12억 정도 되는 금액인데 여러분들도 많이 도와주시고 저희도 이걸 통해서 많이 돕고 이 친구의 가족이 우리한테 주는 메시지는 용기를 내야 된다는 것입니다. 우리는 꿈을 꿉니다. 세계여행 하고 싶다고. 많은 한국 사람들도 언젠가는 세계여행을 하고 싶다. 하지만 이 친구들은 지금 이미 시작을 하고 있습니다. 그것도 다른 나라의 언어를 배워서 자기의 돈을 들여가면서 용기를 내셔서 여러분들도 사랑하는 가족들과 좋은 추억 만드시기를 기도하겠습니다. 감사합니다, 여러분.